Here's your Forbes Daily Briefing for Saturday, June 1st. Today on Forbes, how this 92-year-old became one of America's top money managers. When Joan Payden was in her 40s, she became the first woman partner at Scudder, Stevens & Clark, a prestigious investment firm that was acquired by Zurich Group, a Swiss insurance giant, in 1997 for $1.7 billion. The promotion to partner was an honor for Payden, a true trailblazer in her field. But she later realized it should have happened much sooner. The company's leadership at the time voted once a year on who would make partner. Speaking to students of Notre Dame's Mendoza Business Program during a 2011 talk, Payden told them, quote, "I found out an interesting thing that I was not elected on the first ballot. I was elected on the fifth ballot, and I guess the reason was that I didn't play golf." She explained, quote, "They held their annual meetings at a very large, prestigious golf course, and they, of course, wouldn't let women in, so I sat on the porch." She quit years later in 1983, cashed in her 401k, and struck out on her own. She took Sandra Riegel, one of her colleagues from Scudder, Stevens & Clark, with her, and together they launched their own money manager, Payden and Riegel. Riegel reportedly left in 1988 to do charity work. She did not respond to an interview request from Forbes. It was a move decidedly out of left field for Payden, who said she would have been voted the person, quote, "most unlikely to start a business" in college. In that 2011 speech, she said, quote, "A lot of my colleagues and friends were concerned about my mental state." Yet, over the past 40 years, Payden has quietly built Payden and Riegel into one of the country's largest private money managers, with $162 billion in assets under management, and offices in Los Angeles, where the firm has its headquarters, Boston, London, and Milan. The firm, which focuses on fixed income and global markets, now manages the riches of a cadre of high net worth investors, government and corporate pension funds, central banks, foundations, and more. And at 92 years old, Payden still runs the show as president, CEO, and majority owner. Payden's media representative, Angela Daly, who notes that Payden has no immediate plans to give up the reins, says, quote, "She's as sharp as can be." Payden, who shuns the spotlight and has only spoken to a couple of reporters during her 60-year career, declined to comment for this story. After more than doubling its assets under management over the past decade, her firm's growth makes Payden a new addition to Forbes' list of the world's most successful self-made women entrepreneurs. Her estimated $700 million net worth largely stems from her controlling stake in the firm, which Forbes values at about $1.2 billion. The rest of the firm is owned by senior management. She also has about $100 million in other assets, according to Forbes' estimates, including a nearly $4 million home on the Santa Monica waterfront. A passionate philanthropist, she's also given millions away to charity over the years, including to animal sanctuaries because she loves cats, Catholic causes, and her alma mater, Trinity College, which is a Catholic women's college in Washington, D.C., that's now called Trinity Washington University. At the time Payden and her partner launched Payden and Riegel in 1983, corporate pension funds and state funds were forbidden from investing in stocks, so instead they focused on fixed income. This is where Payden decided to focus their attention. Today, the company has 45 different fixed income funds, along with 3 equity funds. Among its most popular are the Payden Limited Maturity Fund and the Payden Emerging Markets Bond Fund, which have reported returns of 6% and 11%, respectively, for the year ending April 30th. In general, though, Payden and Riegel stands out as a solid, low-risk offering to complement a varied portfolio. This according to Morningstar analyst David Little. Plus, CFO and managing partner Brian Matthews says as a smaller independently owned firm in an industry dominated by the likes of Boston-based giant Fidelity, Franklin Templeton Investments, and Blackstone, each with over $1 trillion in assets under management, Payden and Riegel is able to offer a more personal touch. For full coverage, check out Jemima McAvoy's piece on Forbes.com. This is Kieran Meadows from Forbes. Thanks for tuning in.